Is missionary, and my persuasive speech topic is abortion. So for informative speech, my informative goals is to inform others about what missionaries do. Not a lot of people know what they do, so I hope to shed a little light on that. Specific goals is I want to inform my audience about the missions job and to show members how this vocation can serve as a platform, promoting, spreading the gospel, and helping others in times of crisis. My thesis for missionary is all over the world there are people that are struggling to know the truth about Jesus, but there are missionaries to help the lost become found in Jesus Christ. However, they are able to help by preaching the word, sacrificing their own time and talents, and truly wanting to bring brothers and sisters to Christ. The reason why I chose this topic, I know many missionaries and I know many missionary children, and it is very hard on missionaries that just go up and leave their hometowns in the United States and move to places in the East, in Central America. I'm very good friends with a missionary child that was in Thailand from the age when she was 4 up until the age where she was 13. And her brothers and sisters were actually born in Thailand. And so they've had to be accustomed to United States, and all their family and stuff are back in Thailand or in the United Kingdom. The wife is British. So it's just hard to move your family around. You give up a lot of things to be a missionary. You give up talents and work and stuff that you would be training for in the United States. So it's just a lot for a missionary to just up and leave, but it is a calling from God. It's not just something that you just get up and do. God points and value. For this one, I really thought of humility and sacrifice. They just humble themselves to go across the world and spread the gospel into places that are dangerous and not supposed to have the Christian thing spread, the Christian believing spread. So it's a very dangerous job, and for them to go do that is it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice not only for their family, but also for them. That is truly a God calling. So for my persuasive speech topic, I said it was abortion. My general goal is to inform everyone on what goes on behind doors and behind the news. A lot of people say that abortion's a good thing. Just, get it over with. It's not really a life, but it is truly a life. God formed us in our mother's womb. So the time of conception to the time we are birthed, we are a human being. It's not just when we're born. No matter what all the governors say or whatever the government tells us over the news, or in articles or newspapers or books, we are living, breathing people as soon as conception happens. It's just the fact. Specific goals, I'd really like to inform y'all on what goes on in a teenager's mind when that happens. Usually it's panic, and they don't really want to tell their parents or their friends or anything because they don't know what to do with that information. Having a child is it's a huge experience and a huge pressure on teenagers, especially when they're still in high school. They want to drop out of high school. So dropouts and all that stuff, it's just not good. So my thesis for abortion is, in our world today, there are confused and distressed teenagers that don't know the value of life. However, through women's clinics, churches, and people, the number of deaths can be limited. The reason why I chose this topic was because I've been studying this abortion this semester in Psychology 210. And it's really just opened my eyes to abortion in general. I mean, I knew a little bit about it, but it wasn't as clear as it was when I started learning about it in depth. Abortion is a terrible thing, and they use suction cups and everything and break the bones of the baby because they don't believe it's alive until it's birthed, and that's not true. It's just really sad. But the God value points in this is hope and rebirth. A lot of teenagers that go through this either go to a women's clinic, or go to a church, or just talk to people that have been through it, and there is hope for people who have had abortions. It's not a total loss. I've heard of abortion stories where the mom had an abortion and a couple years later became a Christian and came to the church and went to a women's clinic, and she had another baby, and it was a rebirthing time, a revival for their family, and just to have another baby was just fantastic. So yeah, those are my 2 topics, and thank you.